Hey, thanks for coming by today. And remember, 2014 is the year to prepare. So come on by and get your gold and silver today. This is a review about international de-dollarization and how the Fed seems to me just propping up the system until it absolutely crashes on all of us, which is very negligent. They are not doing anything to help us internationally, and it's time to stop using the dollar. Smart money stopped using the dollar. They are transferring all their monies into tangible assets, and it's time that everyone else did as well. You got to beat the system somehow. Headline coming out of Realist News: George Soros dumping bank stocks and buying gold mining shares. Just another example of smart money moving out of uh, equities and going into tangible assets. Peter Schiff over the weekend makes a great point with SGTreport that in the past, when you can earn 6% interest on your CDs and inflation was at 2 or 3%, you were ahead of the game and you can save money. But now, banks are only giving a 0.5% interest on those same CDs, but inflation is a lot more. And it's, you know, people like John Williams from Shadow Stats claims that inflation is at more like 6 or 7%. So there's no way you can save money by saving dollars. So once people figure out that their money in the bank is not working out because inflation is so high, the run to gold will be explosive. And Peter Schiff explains, brace for the impact. Inflation is so bad that chicken is up already this year 12%. Hamburger, on the other hand, is almost up 60%. So he goes on to say, it might be a smart idea, not that you can buy a chicken and hamburger and store it for a year, but he says, if you have extra money, of course buy gold and silver, other tangible assets, but if you got to buy stuff next year, you might as well buy it now and store it because the prices are only going to get higher. And it's time to prepare. Everyone across the board is saying, hyperinflation is coming our way, and we just got to get out there and prepare for what's coming. A lot of people are not woken up yet. And now even the feds are claiming that we are going to face higher food prices. Now, before they were denying it, they were hiding it. Manufacturers would put less product in, a cereal box, and I think Max Kaiser coined that for that as shrinkflation, where you're paying the same price, but you're getting less product, but the box is the same size. So it's kind of over time, that bag of chips only has like 20% chips and 80% air. So now the feds are coming out and saying, oh yeah, there's food price inflation, and we should expect higher prices across the board. So there you have it. Even the feds now are not denying it. Even though they keep telling us that the economy is growing, um, it's just a bunch of, uh, they move around the numbers to make it look good, but it's really not. And you better start buying what you need, because sooner or later you won't be able to use a dollar to buy anything. In international news, China and Russia make a landmark deal, and this goes along with the same theme, de-dollarization. Sanctions from the White House is not doing the United States any good at all. And it's forcing China and Russia to become better partners in trade, and along with other countries. But this is the major deal. It consists of a natural gas trade agreement with over $400 billion. It's worth $400 billion in trade in the next 30 years. De-dollarization is on its way, and sanctions from the White House is no way, shape, or form helping the United States, because it's forcing China and Russia to become better trade partners, military partners, and forces both countries to consider dropping the dollar as a world reserve currency. And here you have another example, a recent example of alternative media looking at the dollar collapse while Russia and China become better friends. We're supposed to be the country of free trade, freedom, whatever, whatnot. It's not looking like that anymore, and I think the whole world is waking up to the fact. They are dropping the dollar as fast as they can. Finally, this week, the most important news in my eyes was Silver Doctor's guest Harvey Organ, titled "Banking Boys Are in Real Trouble. Massive Derivatives Crisis Looms in Gold." Harvey Organ is a real concern for the next few weeks or months with the derivatives gold, GLD, market, because China is importing 4 tons of gold per day. That is a lot. And where are they getting it from? So this is where the problem arises, that the bullion banks in London are emptied, and what is happening is when the prices go below, that's I think Harvey Organ said $12.82, China will gobble up anything you have. Well, if gold rises to 1300, the COMEX prints more contracts to protect the dollar's purchasing power. But here's the thing, all the gold available is being exported to China. Harvey Organ states that the London bullion banks are emptied, and delivery is coming from custodial gold at the New York Fed. That means it's coming from people's gold that it's owned by someone else. So something nefarious is going on. The whole world is going to be waking up soon, because all the gold is going to be gone. It's all shipped to China. And as everyone knows, whoever owns the gold makes the rules. So be prepared for that. Backwardation in gold and silver continues, and the Shanghai premiums continue to rise while huge shortages loom. Default in the COMEX, Harvey Organ states, and he seems to think that this is going to happen real soon, like in a month's time. So again, sanctions against Russia are not good for America. The White House has opened Pandora's box and forced Russia, China, and the BRICS nations to move against the dollar. 30% of trade around the world happens outside the dollar right now, and this figure continues to grow daily because of the knuckleheads in the White House. Once the world finds out that the Western banking system doesn't have any more gold, the dollar will crash. There will be no more reason to hold dollars anymore, because it is not backed by anything. And once the world finds out, just like Peter Schiff says, you better brace for the impact. Please visit the Precious Metals Hub. Rusty's Metals. Well, I'll also have the preciousmetals-prices.com, where you can pick up your SD bullion. From the Silver Doctors, we have numerous brokers out there that are affiliated with the Precious Metals Hub. So when you think about precious metals, think of Rusty's Metals and help support my site. Thank you so much.